Oops. Welcome to Make a Path Presents. This will probably be one of the quickest live streams I ever do. If all goes to plan. I've checked out of Fear. Again. I put again. It might as well be like again. But I've checked out. Now, I do plan on looking at the final episodes as a whole, kind of checking them out and see where Fear ends and then do follow-up. But I tell you right now, I've checked out to the point where I don't think I can do it weekly. And even if I talk about Fear weekly, it'll be similar to this, where I jump on, we talk for 10, 15 minutes, and I'm out of here. Now, the good news, though, is we're going to jump over to the Ronnie Hayes channel and do an hour of a brand new game that just came out called, I've been convinced because of the atmosphere, but called Alan Wake 2. I played the original. I never beat it, but I don't think you need to know everything about the original. However, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to split it up a little. I'm going to just give my initial thoughts on this, check in with you guys and see what you have to say. Play one clip from Iron Tiger because I thought it was funny. Let's do a poll, though. Did you like this episode? And then it's just yes or no. Ooh, I punched that all the way across the thing. Did you like this episode? Yes or no? Start that poll. Now, one thing right from the rip, I've talked about this with Fear. First off, you guys can hear me good and see me good, right? In my headphones, it's not so good, but the thing says it's good.
Signing out.
One thing that I've criticized is the reunions. The reunions just feel like people walk into a room and they're like, "Oh, hey, Fred. Hey, hey, Johnny. Oh, Martha, what's up?" And sometimes it's not even that excited. It's just like, "Oh, Madison. Hey." And we get confirmation it's been 7 years, which still kind of lingers around that, feeling a bit pathetic as far as the timeline and what people are saying. Where is this one scene? This one scene had me rolling. They have an intro where they're clearing this building, and they make such a small area feel like such a vast space, and it just comes off as odd. Like, this should be just a little, like, shitty side spot. You know what I'm saying? And they make it feel like it's this big thing. Like, oh, here's this. A couple stupid things. Like, first off, they have this location that's stocked with goods. And you want me to believe over the last 7 years, survivors with next to nothing have been coming to this location, taking just what little they need and leaving? You actually want me to believe that? People don't do it now, and we're not in a zombie apocalypse. You honestly want me to believe that people show up, take a little bit of food, a little bit of medical supplies, and then they bounce? Because that's what the one girl, Luciana, says. She's like, "Oh, yeah, well, people come and they get what they need and they go." And it's, get the fuck out of here. What kind of idiotic Fantasyland bullshit is that writing? That's probably the dumbest shit that's been written in this. You haven't ran across one person that was like, "No one's here. There's a bunch of free shit. I'm going to take it all. I'm going to take most of it," And why not have at least a guard there for some of the more greedy little bastards that want to take as much as they can? So that, just this idea that she has these little Fantasyland camps is just stupid as shit. But here we go. This is the reunion. You guys can see it, right? Luciana. Madison? It's all the O. It's not even an O face. It's kind of like a, I don't even know how to shorten an O. It's like a half an O face. Like,
Madison.
That's the reunion. Luciana. A couple seconds. Wait for it. Madison. Just pathetic. Now, Daniel actually has a little bit of get up and go in his, "Hey, like, I haven't seen you in 7 years. Oh, Luciana." That was pretty good, but...
You died a long time ago.
Yeah, you died a long time ago. Clearly not, you stupid bitch. Clearly she didn't die a long time ago. You stupid bitch. Like, "Oh my God, Madison, you died not... I thought you were dead, Well, I thought you died long ago." Nope. Like, "Oh my God, you died a long time ago." Clearly she didn't. Anyhow.
I've been getting that a lot lately.
Just dumb. But Daniel has a little bit of... I'm trying to play it. Oh yeah, that's right. She has a reunion with everybody, and it goes exactly like this. Say first name, say first name, say first name, smile, maybe hug, and then that's the reunion. And they don't even do anything cool. Madison's on the ground like, oh my God, everyone's around her. Daniel, Strands, fucking 17 background extras, and Madison needs help, and Luciana comes out of nowhere like, pop. I don't, like, what? Anyhow, it's just stupid.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, and that's the reunion.
Yeah.
But I want to play his because his is actually like, he gives some effort.
¿Eres tú de verdad?
Not in English, but I can understand it still.
Tengo años buscándote.
You know, I've been looking for you for years. Holy shit. There's one part I want to play, and I do want to mention one more thing. I've checked out. I thought this episode was a big fat meh. I think one of the more cool aspects was like finding out Troy has a kid. Like I knew something would come up where, because you know it's not going to be like Big Bad versus Madison final showdown. Like they have to throw something in there and go maybe a different direction, because that's just boring. Like right now we have Governor Troy. Now Troy is doing what they wrote the governor to do in season. Like he's Governor Troy. He has a child now, a girl as well, and he's looking for a new community, and he wants to throw Rick out of the prison. I'm sorry. He wants to throw Madison out of Padre. It's the same story so they're regurgitating the same story. They're recycling that shit from years ago. It was so long ago, I'm sure fans don't remember. It's identical. So chances are they're going to try to do like this second chance. They're really leaning on that bullshit. Vomit, eat it, and vomit again. They're really leaning on that stupid second chance shit. And they're just overdosing on terrible writing that it uses a sledgehammer for subtlety. And you know damn well they're doing something with, you know, I don't even give a shit, but Troy and Madison, and they're adding layers there. The only thing interesting is Troy has a kid. And they started going in an interesting direction where she was the one like in the truck when it blew up or near it. And then they just went to Madison versus Troy, and it got a little lame again, so they lost me. But again, now we have Charlie getting out of the truck, and they filmed this in just such an incompetent and cringy way. And it's based off of the script. The script is terrible. And even Madison is like, they didn't tell her clearly. So now they decide to bring it up. Everyone around knows Madison doesn't know, because they all kind of go, oh shit, you know, like Madison doesn't know. So what do they decide to do? Say it in a way that tells her, but they don't want to tell her. They're like, she doesn't know, does she? She's standing right there. She didn't know, but now she knows, or she's gonna know because you said something, you stupid bitch. Better writing would have had everyone take a beat and kind of side-eye each other. And then they would have had some internal conflict within the group. Now, there's not enough time for that shit, but this is where you get that forced writing where it's like, you know, better writing would have had, like even in The Walking Dead Season 2, they would have murdered this storyline in a good way. They would have had characters look at each other like, oh shit. And then you'd have Charlie and Madison growing this bond where the audience knows the secret, and they're waiting for that secret to blow up in everyone's face. But in this, it's just kind of like, she doesn't know. Oh, I know. Well, what? Tell me. I killed Nick, you know? And it's just bad. Instead of having this really emotional moment where Madison is just so in shock and hurt and devastated that she almost can't even be like in the presence, and emotionally she has to check out of the moment and even like just back away, and like she can't even keep herself together. She just yells and kind of like gets tackled and like, I'm gonna hurt you. It's just really poorly done. Again, the writing is really weak here.
I pulled the trigger. Yeah, it's just dog shit. And then she's hitting this. The funny part, I just want to show this and then I'm gonna stop. We're gonna get into fan feedback, because all I could think of is I'm sitting here dying of just mid, a whole lot of mid. Yeah, this scene. And I don't know why, but this scene looks like yeah, none of this. I don't know why they give, I say that a lot, but I really don't know why they give Madison this running low on oxygen game mechanic that they incorporated in the show. First off, it doesn't even feel like it's grounded in realism in a poor way. And second off, it's just lame. It's just totally lame. Because every time something exciting happens, she has to stop and catch her breath. But then you got Strand coming over. And for this whole scene, for some reason, my brain was saying like, yeah, take it, bitch. Take that oxygen. There you go. You take it, bitch. Like, that's our hero, ladies and gentlemen. And I get it. They want to incorporate, or a lot of writers will incorporate something that's relatable, like some sort of injury, or you have a character that's, I don't know, got a blown disc in their back, so they got constant back pain, and and so then everyone with back pain can be like, oh, I relate to that, but he's still an ass kicker. But there's just something about this oxygen that makes Madison just look and feel so pathetic. Anyhow, maybe it's just not written in a better way, because it's written more like a video game. Like, she has to charge up instead of written in a more of a dramatic way, Anyway, or showcased in a more dramatic way, as far as, showing her out of breath and making it difficult. But it's done in a way that's just very video gamey. I think I blacked out over this part, but yeah, he took her. He broke back Mountain Madison right there. He was like, listen, man, she needs it. So he gave it to her. She cried a little and got over it. Yeah, the rest of the episode just had her getting mad at Charlie, sending Charlie, like, I'm not interested in this story at all. And you knew Charlie was going to get it. Oddly, they brought her back just to give it to her, and they done it in a really weird way. I feel like better writers could have put that together in a more impactful way, but we just got a bunch of people standing around at each other, and they're doing this all the time, where it's like, hey, give me this, or you get this, and everyone's aiming guns at each other. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Even when it comes to leverage, like, he can't kill Charlie because she's his leverage, but he does this whole shit like, give me what I want or I'm gonna kill Charlie. But you can't. You actually can't kill her. You could kill her if you were a stupid bitch, but that's what I mean by the writing puts themselves in a box, and they even mention it. They even go like, he can't kill me because I'm the leverage. And if you're in a scenario where it comes to the point where your person is the leverage to get what you want, and chances are it's going to be damn near impossible if you kill that person to get what you want, you now put yourself in a catch-22. So this whole catch-22 where they're standing around, like, it is just silly as shit. The thing cut out on me, but yeah, they're standing here and they have just poor dialogue about taking shit from each other. Charlie claps herself, which is probably, at least I give them credit for doing something, so, but it's too little too late. They barely had any of Charlie in it. I totally forgot about her character by now. I mean, they were really stretching it thin, so it doesn't really do much for me. Everyone gets mad, and everyone splits up by the end of the episode. Oh yeah, that's right, and Madison saves Troy's life. Troy, this is the second or third time already that we've had Troy at gunpoint and or about to die, and they either saved him or didn't execute him, didn't kill him, didn't hurt him, didn't wound him, didn't capture him, didn't do it. They could have captured him right here. Right here, they could have took the leader, and then they could have used him as ultimate leverage to get the others to submit, disarm them all, find his daughter, make everything good, send them on their way, or split them up, whatever you wanted to do, torture them, tickle their nuts, pull their hair out. I mean, whatever you wanted to do, it's fucking terrible. And then you have the very end where, after all this time of everyone splitting up, please give me that second chance, please. Okay, shut the fuck up. All this time, everyone splitting up and reuniting, we get to this episode and everyone's mad at each other and they leave each other. And it's final this time. They even had like the behind the scenes where they're like, yeah, this is it. It's final. Like, now they know, like, they are leaving each other and that is it. And it's like, fuck you, man. Like, it's just terrible. It's bad. It's mid. I think Fear the Walking Dead is shit, and that's why I'd be happy to close this stream out extra quick and go play a little bit of the new Alan Wake 2 game. If you guys want to join me and hang out, it's going to be on the Ronnie Hayes channel. I'll try to put a link on this channel, but let me at least take a few minutes and check the fan feedback and see what you guys have to say. 62% said no. I still think that is a bit high though and maybe it's because there's certain things that go on. Like I think anything with Troy seems to work, oddly enough. If this was all Troy, if this was the Troy show, I think he can sell it. I think he could bring it home. Like Troy probably could, as bad as that sounds, bring, like, the actor's really bringing it. He's selling it. Anyhow, but then you have the character self-terminating, and that was something. I mean, that's after years of barely anything going on in Fear. That's something. So maybe fans got, I don't know. But for me, it's unbearable mid. Close to unbearable mid. I can't stand it. I'm a bit surprised. It has, 30% or so that are enjoying it. But I'm happy you're enjoying it, because I just can't do it. Yeah, so we got a silly episode. If I had submitted the script to my film professors, they would bar me from school. Yeah. Fully concluded that Madison needed to stay gone. Dizzy after watching that. Haven't played Alan Wake 2, but heard good things. Now, I was going to skip it because I'm just tired of downloading digital content. They didn't do a physical release, which is really stupid. I personally was going to skip it until it goes on deep clearance, but so many people are saying, like, yo, it's really good. Now, I think I'm going to be disappointed in the gameplay. For one, I want to play a lot of Alan Wake, and I know it's still real good, but I mean, I'm just sick and tired of modern gaming, modern TV, modern movies, where we have the characters we really are invested in, and they get put to the sideline, even if it's only 50-50, because I think with Alan Wake, you play 50-50, you and another character, and let's be straight, it's for diversity, checkpoints. I mean, that's it. That's the only reason why it's there. The good thing is, it apparently is well acted as far as the voice acting, and the story comes together good, so people that are playing it enjoy the characters. It's not like shitty Last of Us 2 style characters, but anymore I'm just getting sick of that, because it's not like you're going to watch Indiana Jones. No, you got to watch Indiana Jones and this bitch. You can't just watch like the characters you're into with a couple new side characters. No, it's like they forced themselves in as leads. So that's at least some of the good point. The one disappointment is going to be the gameplay. I don't think it has as much action as I kind of want. Now, I know the developer in the one interview said they wanted to pull away from action and lean into the survival horror. Now, I'm really a big fan of the survival horror, but I still like, and I don't mean action as in the classical sense of, or in the more well-known sense of, things blowing up and fighting and blah, blah, blah. But I mean action in gameplay, not just walking around beautiful environments, not just watching beautiful cutscenes. I want to be interactive, very interactive in the game. So I thought, what the hell? Hopefully we can sneak it in. I wasn't able to do much for Halloween this year, so as far as like content. So I thought maybe if this is good, we can play some of the Alan Wake 2 throughout this week. And I need a little pick me up. I need some stuff to just sit back and enjoy. Anyway, so that's what we're going to get into here in a minute. Was there any charisma? I think Troy. Who was Troy talking about being the mom of his child? I don't know. My brain doesn't go like in the past. It would be like, there's a nugget of a hint. Who could that be? My brain goes like this. Oh, okay. Well, let's wait until they tell us, because outside of that, I don't care. But apparently Madison murdered his wife. So, or that's how he leads it to believe. It's probably going to be some stupid shit where, like Madison went to take Troy's kid and she ended up killing the wife, or injuring her in a way where she died later on. Some stupid shit like that. It'll be something that was off screen that we didn't see, we don't know of. Anyway. Yeah, they did her like Morales, All right, so if you want to get your thoughts and opinions out there, do it now because we're going to finish up really quick in the next 5 minutes and get over to the Ronnie Hayes channel. I thought Charlie died. That's what they said, but it was a lie. Ooh, Stefan likes it because Charlie's finally gone. I'd love to hear from the 10, 15, 16 people that like this episode. Hopefully some of them will say, well, this guy liked it because she's dead. I think Troy's kid is the one who Madison has crossed in their first episode back. Madison crossed in her first episode back. Remind me, because it's been so long. I don't know. Yeah, but does that involve the mother? Because keep in mind, if Troy has his kid, then Madison couldn't have taken her. You know what I mean? So. Thank you very much, Luli Tubi. Did I say that right? They better not say Alicia is the mom, I swear, bro. No, there's no time. There's definitely no time. That'd be crazy. Imagine. No. I want them to say Alicia's the mother. Bro, Alicia found a racist. She went from a black boyfriend to a racist. And she was like, bro, put your seed in me. She's like, I'm into that fetish shit, you know. That's her fetish. She wants to fucking, she wants to plow a racist. In what world the mother would forgive her son's killer, moreover. And in the way she did it, too, you know? In the Walking Dead world, death is really common. It'd be easier to kill and keep going. Charity supply stores are like leaving a candy bowl out for Halloween. Just take one. Oh, we see it every year. We see people with charity bowls, and you'll see like 2 or 3 groups of kids. And, you know, it's all the same. You'll see kids where like parents are nowhere around. They might be somewhere and they just send their kids off to, you know, the neighborhood. And you'll see the parents where the kids behave. And the parents are there going house to house. They'll stay at the end of the street. The kids run up. They say trick or treat. They say please and thank you. They run back and the parent walks with them and blah, blah, blah. You see those kids very well behaved most of the time. The little fuckers are the ones that by themselves where the parents are taking Jello shots around the corner, not giving a fuck, you know? And then their kids are wrecking havoc and they're all like, oh, my boy would never do such a thing. You know, he's a great kid. Meanwhile, he's running up, looking around like this. You know it's coming when the kid runs up to an unsupervised bowl of candy and the kid does the shoulder swap, you know? Huh? And then it comes, they just start snatching candy out the bowl. And then you see like the sweetest, I've seen this more than once. You'll see like the sweetest little, and it's usually like, you know, a 10-year-old bastard or 12-year-old bastard that's snatching the candy up. And then you see like the sweetest little angel waddle up, the 4-year-old little girl. She goes up to get some candy. She like looks in the bowl and there's like nothing there, you know, you little fucker. You know, I wish the trick or treat was real and you had like, a ghost of Halloween to just get those little bastards. Anyhow, yeah, anything where it's like a charity store, 9 times out of 10 it will never work. It'll never work because people are greedy, selfish, scummy motherfuckers. Not all people, don't get me wrong, and not all charity events fail. Absolutely not. Not all, I should say, unsupervised charity events fail. Not even close. It's just the percentage is far greater. When people have nothing and they're desperate, the percentage that they will act out and be more and hoard and all this other shit, it's far greater. Anyway, where's Morgan? He's done. He left the show. Strand has no personality anymore. Yeah, Strand's personality is only active when he's new, and they came back after a season or a time skip, and he's now a new person, you know? And then once they get over him being this new person and they reveal everything that's going on, his personality is just shit, you know? Fear the off-screen dead. They messed up. Cliff got killed and the show went down. Toilet. Tracy Otto. Charity sponsors. In what world? Okay, we already did that. Where's Morgan? Laugh aloud. All right, so you guys want to go over to the Ronnie Hayes channel, some of you, and that are interested and will check out Alan Wake 2. Guilty. Took that bull. I took half that bowl. I will. Yeah, you little fucker. You should get beaten. Still won a buddy cop with Nick and Troy. I voted yes. I like the episode better than last week's. I don't know. I think they're doing the best they can with what they've got for these final episodes. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, what does that mean, though? You know what I'm saying? You think the writers or actors or, the show went downhill after I left the ranch in Mexico. Nick and Troy were never meant to last as a duo. They were too crazy, and one of them had to die, or both. Well, I agree with that. I don't know many people that want them as a duo outside of maybe the jokes. I mean, if there was better writing, they probably could have been written, to be some really good layered characters. Have you seen the Alicia episode into the intro art card? It was featured at the end of the season. She took it down. It's re-uploaded on YouTube, but at the end, Alicia is shown with one arm. Yeah, I looked that up and someone mentioned it last week. It's, how they do the intro and it's all stylized. There's a one-armed Alicia in the intro. And, personally for me, that doesn't mean shit because now we're seeing all the one-armed zombies that Troy apparently has been cutting the one arm off on these zombies. It makes them feel even less dangerous if Troy can just, be chilling and randomly slice off one arm. Anyhow, me personally, that doesn't mean shit. I don't think we're getting Alicia back, but we still could because it's only like 5 minutes of screen time if they wanted to do it. I have a neighbor to do the bowl thing, but he put it on a big table and would pop up their head out the bowl, and the kids would take some candy, kept from taking a whole bowl. Yeah, the fun ones are the surprise scares. It was immediately cathartic to see Madison yell at Charlie. That conversation didn't happen. I didn't see it. Yeah, most writers and showrunner on TV. Yeah, Kim Dickens is just phoning it in. She can do good work. I've seen her do good work in a number of different shows, from Deadwood to Dexter to whatever the fuck. But I feel like in all of Fear, most of Fear, she's been phoning that shit in. I don't know what it is. The show is bad when Trev does Ninja Turtle live stream instead of Fear. Did he really do Ninja Turtles instead of Fear? Well, that's when Fear's just fucking done, bro. No, people aren't even doing Fear anymore. What Ninja Turtle shit? I want some Ninja Turtle shit. I like Ninja Turtles. Just implied that we'll see her again. Oh, okay. Wait for the Dwight part. Next episode is going to be fire. People have been saying that forever. Fear's next episode is going to be fire, bro. No, it's not. It's going to be mid or a little bit better than mid. Anyhow, I'm out of here. That's it. I'm going. As shitty as the script is, Troy's quote about Nick was really good. I mean, if you boiled it down to, only the finer elements, I can pick out a handful of stuff that does work, but collectively as a whole, like it just, there's a lot that just don't work at all, so sure. Yeah. He could have said something that worked good. 80s Ninja Turtles, 80s. Oh, 80s. Holy shit. I think the 90s are my favorite. I grew up on the cartoon, but the 90s movies Turtles, those are my favorites. I actually have a thing of Ninja Turtles the NECA made on my right side here. The 90s Turtles. So, seems dull and fear. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, Troy felt like Troy, but here's another thing too. I'm cool with layered characters. Like, you don't have to be all, "Ooh, I'm the uber villain." But at this point, they just feel like a bunch of idiots standing around aiming guns at each other because no one's doing like they're not doing like any. And again, I'm having a hard time wording it because I don't mean Troy's gonna come and just serial killer slaughter them in their sleep, but they don't do any of these moves where it's like, oh shit, like I should fear them. No, there's none of that at all. It reminds me of like Shane. Shane is a character where he might not do something as a bad guy or that's evil, but like if Shane's on your ass, like there's, it's a problem. But with Troy in them, someone should just stand up and be like, guys, this is stupid. You're not shooting me. I'm not shooting you. I mean, this is fucking really dumb. So let's talk it out. All right. Return of the Ooze is absolute favorite. That one I remember the most growing up. All right. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm going to start up Alan Wake and at least play, hopefully, an hour on my Ronnie Hayes channel. Thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see what happens next week, but let's leave it up to being a surprise because I'm just totally checked out of Fear. I would love to be able to just, and it keeps going up. You sons of bitches. You're doing it on purpose, aren't you? I'm ending this poll before it goes any higher, and I lose faith in humanity. Start watching some good TV, you sons of bitches. Anyone going on November 1st to watch Terrifier 2 in the theater? I almost bought tickets, but I had something on my car go out, and I just couldn't justify the
what do you think
$30.
of Troy just getting a slightly lighter right after getting his head bashed in? Also Daniel meeting 2 characters in the span of 20 minuets he hasn't seen in 7 years. Wow.
Slightly lighter eye. Yeah, I talked about this last week. I think it's ridiculous. There's actually truth to, believe it or not, eye damage to the head or eye that can change eye color. There is truth to it when I looked it up, but it's not like what they portray. At least what I looked up, it's not what they portray. I think it's dumb. Thanks very much for the $4 tip. I appreciate that. And to close out with what I was saying about, earlier in the stream, I mentioned the reunions. They're lame. Everyone just says each other's name. But Terrifier 2 is re-showing in the theaters. And the reason I wanted to go is because they have a fucking awesome free poster they're handing out. Now, knowing my luck, because my area is really hit or miss, knowing my luck, they won't even hand out the posters. That happened one year. They were doing a special. The only poster actually they ever did really hand out was the Scream, and I do have that still. But it's an awesome poster. It has like a skin whisperer face of Santa, and he's wearing it like a mask, but it's hanging down. And it's a Christmas poster with Art the Clown. I want that poster bad. So if anyone's going, anyone got extra posters, holla at your boy, because I'm going to have to skip out on it. Yeah, you're going for the poster. I wanted to. It's selling out. If you're thinking about it, get tickets now, because my area's only got like 8 tickets left, and they're only doing one showing, with only one in my area. So get it, Anyhow, I'm going to roll out and start up the game. I'll see you guys over on the Ronnie Hayes channel. We were to Rogue One. They didn't hand out posters. I think some areas, depending on how hot it is, I think they keep the posters and resell them, or maybe they just don't get the posters, because I had one time where they didn't hand any out, and it was a bit sus, because they acted like, we don't give out stuff. What are you talking about? And I'm like, bro, you guys give out stuff quite often for the big releases. What do you mean you don't give out stuff? You just gave me a fucking Scream poster, you dumb shit. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a good night. See you on the